I have some discomfort again in my left shin / calf on the inside. A little soreness, a little shooting pain on some impacts. So taking it quite easy. Should probably really not be running at all, ideally. But I want to get this footage in, and then I'll take it easy for a while. So, sometimes also I'm just like, maybe I'm just being a little wussy, you know? So that's what keeps me from stopping a little bit, is this uncertainty about whether actually maybe this is something that people run through all the time, and it's fine. So we're coming up on Manhattan Bridge now. Brooklyn Bridge is behind us, and we're coming up on the Manhattan Bridge, and the Manhattan Bridge goes into Brooklyn at Dumbo, and down under the Manhattan Borough overpass, the Manhattan Bridge overpass, sorry. That's why it's called Dumbo, the neighborhood. And so over here on the Manhattan side, we're coming up on Pike Slip, which is where the OSR, Orchard Street Racers, races end, and sometimes also start from. And so it's a dear location to me. But it's also an important location to me for another reason. I'll show it, it'll be to our left in a short while. It's also an important location to me for another reason, and that's because I think the first time, or one of the two first times that I ran / walked, but completed a full marathon distance on my feet, I ended it right here, right at Pike Slip, actually right on this waterfront promenade, the jogging path, and I sat on one of these stools looking out over the bridge. It was nighttime by then, and just reflected on how fucking tired I was, and questioned my life choices. No, I was happy that I did it, but I was feeling really tired out of it, like so tired. Yeah, that was the run that I did. The route that I did for that was I started from Hoboken, and I ran north on the Jersey side along the Hudson, past through Weehawken, Bridgewater, Edgewater, into Fort Lee, over the George Washington Bridge. Then I ran over to the east side of Manhattan. I came down the east side to here, and that actually ends up being a marathon distance. Although I did end up, I remember needing to add some twists and turns. Like I was in Midtown and I was going kind of back and forth on a bunch of blocks, or zigzagging. Yeah, so I guess I ran past it and I missed it, but it's like over here, nearby over here is where Pike Slip is, and where all that stuff is that I was talking about. I mean, it's not anything. It's just a little grass island in between two lanes of traffic at the end of Allen Street. It's at the very tip, southern tip of Allen Street, which Allen Street, as you know, has that kind of boulevard where it's a little grass promenade in the middle of it that leads through most of Chinatown. It's really nice, actually. Quite a nice street. Yeah, just get all the bumps chilling over there, having themselves a relaxing time. Central Park tomorrow. The NYRR 10K is tomorrow. I'll probably see those guys there. I love running. It's stupid. It's such a stupid and pointless activity, but I love it. Well, it has practical benefits. It's not like totally pointless. It improves your mental health, improves your physical health. Aside from fucking up your legs. Although, you know, sometimes you see some studies that are like, actually, running is really good for your legs and your joints. So, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a bone doctor. I'm just a jogger. Can't walk here. All right. Wait, what? Shop object? What does that mean? Is that an art exhibit? Might be an art exhibit. Seems like an art exhibit. It's like a sharp object, but it's a shop object. That lady knows what that is. I reckon. Wow, look at these unusual wraparound balconies on the brick buildings. I don't think I've seen balconies like that in New York before, or noticed anyway. There's such a difference between seeing and noticing, right? We see so much and we notice so little. If we just notice 10% more than what we usually notice when we see things, then it's like traveling to a whole new country. Probably even 1% more. Gouverneur slip. I like this word slip, old school, like it's like a technical maritime term. I guess, but it's like a silly word. There's some kind of slipped away pun there to be deployed at the right moment. So many runners, love to see it. That's one thing that I also really liked when I was in Chicago in August for my workout site. I was running around there. This is before I started filming, unfortunately. Or fortunately, because it means I'll now have to go back to Chicago. Yeah, I love Chicago. I loved it when I was there. Anyway, one great thing was I just saw so many runners. I saw so many people doing healthful exercise type shit. I love to see it. Raised plow. Okay, I got pushed away from the water by all the construction that's going on. Let me see if I can make it back. I'm gonna try to stick as close to the water as I can, give or take. I'm not gonna be as anal about it as my brain wants me to be, my extremely OCD brain. I'm gonna tell my brain to chill just a little bit. But my brain's like, chill, no, I'm going to the right because it's closer to the water. I wonder, will it work if I go this way? Will I be able to get to the ferry? What is this? This is a pool? It can't be a pool. It's like not deep enough. Like, what is the purpose of this location? Weird. To ferry, they said. Come on over. Oh. Wow, okay. Okay, but if I go to the ferry, does that mean that I won't be able? I don't think I'll be able to go anywhere else. I'll just be able to go on the ferry. I don't want to go on the ferry. But I'm gonna run across and look, and then I'll come back. Wow, they built a temporary ass structure. You can see the road and the gaps underneath, like, very apparently. Cordeliers Hook Park. That's where we're at. Okay, so I guess they're in the middle of fixing up this whole area, and then years to come I'll run here, and somebody will run here, I hope, and take some footage and enjoy the scenes. This is downtown, and it's a kind of a funny spot in Manhattan where we can only see downtown, we see Brooklyn, but we don't see Midtown at all from where we are. So it looks like Midtown doesn't exist because the way that the island curves over here, you can't see it yet. So I'm gonna keep going, go back across and I guess just resign myself to going on the other side. But Jesus golly, I do not like seeing the road and the gaps. It does not make me feel very safe or secure. Feels like it was a very sloppy job. But actually, maybe hiding the gaps is one of those things that has it's probably actually is the case. It has absolutely no effect whatsoever on actual safety, and it's just done to increase perception of safety for civvies like me who don't know fuck all about construction. I bet that's what it is. Because I remember going up at a little, like, 3-seater airplane. I did it one time for, hi, Doggo. Oh, hi. Hi, buddy. Didn't see him.
Dude.
Wow, that was scary, because I'm scared of dogs. Molested. I used to be, but still, when they run up to me without me being aware that they're coming up to me, it spooks me. Definitely got scared. I know it's probably ridiculous too. You're watching this like it's a cute, friendly dog. Why would you get scared? There's no good reason. I'm just telling you the reality of my feelings. I'm not saying they're rational or reasonable. I recognize that I needn't be scared in that situation. I'm working on it. I'm better than I used to be. On your right. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, so I went up in this little, like, 3-seater plane with my my dad, and I think my mom also came. I forget. Anyway, it was like a birthday present for my dad that we did. And you know, there were just holes. Like, you could see the air through gaps in the fuselage. The way that it was not welded together, such that there were no visible gaps. And obviously, you know, we're still in one piece. So that makes me think that those gaps are not a big deal. The Domino Sugar Factory, once again, it looms large over the skyline. That's Williamsburg. So, see, they're building a whole new condo, 2 towers, 1 domino square. It's like sugar cubes. And that's coming up. So yeah, because this is the Williamsburg Bridge. It comes into New York on Delancey, and it goes in. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit of a detour. Honestly, I'm gonna go west for a second because I need to run an errand. So I'll leave the camera on, and we'll come back. We'll come back to the water here, and we'll keep going. I need to get a SIM card, and I think there is a Boost Mobile store around here. So I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna get that SIM card, without which I cannot use my phone as much as I would like to, or in the way that I would like to. I've been living the last month and 2 weeks kind of like 90s style, you know, because I don't have a SIM card on my phone. So I mean, obviously not full 90s style because I have the Wi-Fi on my phone. So, but still, it's been funny going back to how we all used to live for a little bit. It's fine. Probably. It's just good to have for like emergency. Well, for the thing is, for emergency reasons, the phone will still work, and the GPS on the phone still works, so it can still be used to locate me if needed for an emergency. More likely to be needed for surveillance state purposes, of course, but you know, emergencies is how they sell it to the people. Whoa. People who are, you know, implementing the surveillance state are so naive. They think that they're somehow will not be caught in the same net. But those same technologies are going to be used against you by your enemies, or against your descendants by the descendants of your enemies. You will, you know, suffer as much or more from it as anybody else. There's an idea that you can permanently maintain control is a illusion. So I don't actually remember exactly where the Boost Mobile store is here, so I'm keeping an eye out. I'm gonna make my way over to Delancey shortly to try to hopefully see it, but I might need to go down into a subway station so I can get Wi-Fi, because there's Wi-Fi now in the New York City subway system as of about 6 years ago, I think. It's pretty cool. And then I can look up the location. I just need a freaking little, you know, thumbnail of an item. Like literally. It's tiny, little pinky nail sized item. But it's so crucial. How we're doing on battery? Let me check. Changed it a little while ago already. Okay, so we might not have that much battery left. 37%. Okay, still pretty good. Okay, so I'll set my beep beeper for 30 minutes. And then it'll remind me to change my backpack. Let's see. Let us see. Allow us to visualize, to perceive. Actually, it's not synonymous, right? We're just talking about how seeing and noticing or perceiving are not the same thing. But what I actually want right now is to perceive. I want to become aware. I'm hungry. I should have brought a snack. Like a tasty energy bar. That would have been nice. I need to get some energy bars from like Huel or something so I can always have them on these little runs that I do. These little outings. These little adventures. Whoa. the truth. I said, Mobb Deep, comes on the headphones and you just feel like this is right. Look at this. This is like a location from a French point-and-click adventure game set in America. The Longest Journey. Remember The Longest Journey? I do. A long, long time ago, in a mind space far, far away. The best version of Quiet Storm is the one with Lil' Kim, because she comes hard on it. It's just like the best Firm songs are the ones that also have Foxy Brown on it. This young man was excited about his beverage. That's my favorite Mobb Deep album. It's actually the only one that I really love. Is Murder Music. Maybe it's just because the first one I heard and I listened to it so much. I tried listening to the other ones a bunch, but I just don't like them as much. I love Mobb Deep. I respect them so much, but I don't love all their music. When I go back to the waterfront, I'm gonna go more on the street that I was walking on initially, so it'll be a little different too. Look at how much of the bridge is actually over land, because it needs to take time to come down. Well, actually, I don't know why. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe they could have built it a different way. I wonder actually why they built it this way. Couldn't they have just made it? Okay, I guess if they had to make it high enough for ships to pass under it, then it can't descend. They couldn't safely curve it to descend faster than this. I guess that's probably why. Look at this. It's just, what a weird, it's funny walking around New York and you see these buildings that are just so incongruous or random. Like, it's just a building out of like a mod set movie game. Like, No One Lives Forever building, right? Curved corners and the curved sides of the balconies. The unbroken window strips. I have warm feelings towards this style. It's just a friendly style. It's charming. It's not a building that I would choose to live in probably, but it's nice. 208 Delancey is called. Or maybe it has a name, but that's the address.
Okay, I think this might be it. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna turn my camera. See you guys in a bit.